Hi, and welcome to English 3050. In this first video, we are going to be looking at the Blackboard site for this course, and I'm just going to walk you through how to use the site. If you've never taken an online class before, it might be a little confusing as you move into the first week. So we're just going to look at the sections of this site, and hopefully by the end of this short video, you'll know what to do when you log into Blackboard and how to use the course. When you come to the site for course list Blackboard, you'll see our announcements. My plan most terms is to post announcements every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So you should log in at least a few times a week to see what's been announced. In the announcement, I will talk about for the week, convey any information about events. If there's any change, will be the first place you'll see them. And I'll give the class some feedback on how things are going. Then you'll see a Getting Started tab. And this, your first week before you start the course, you should go through. This is general information about taking online courses. The syllabus, which we'll be talking about in the next video, can be found on the next link. And the schedule comes after that. And the schedule just tells you what you need to do each week. So each week you'll see the readings you need to do, any assignments that are due, and then I post a suggested schedule. The way I run this course is that unless otherwise noted, and it's only a few times throughout the semester where this happens, all your work for that week is due at the end of the day on the Sunday at the end of the week. So this first week, which begins on Wednesday, September 2nd, the Sunday at the end of the week will be September 6th. So everything will be due by 11:59 on September 6th. Now, I've had many students tell me that works best for them because of their busy schedules, family, work, other classes. However, other students have told me that they can find it difficult, especially if they've never taken an online course before, to schedule out their work and find themselves kind of rushing to do everything Saturday and Sunday. So instead of having more due dates during the week, which I know would be very difficult for some students, each week you'll see a suggested schedule where I give you about 3 days worth of work, things you should do on Monday and or Tuesday, Wednesday and or Thursday, Friday and or Saturday. So each week you can find what you need to do in the course schedule. Now that same information can also be found in course materials. This is the heart of the course materials section. At the top is the essential course documents where you will find another copy of the syllabus, another copy of the schedule, and descriptions for all of the major assignments in this course. So if you ever find yourself wondering, what do I do? You can go to this page and you can find a description of each assignment. Then each week you're going to want to open up the course folder for that week. So for this week you'll want to go to week 1 and you'll find a weekly overview which contains a summary of what we're doing that week, a list of the readings, a list of the assignments, and the suggested schedule. And this, as you might see, comes straight from the course schedule, as well as your learning objectives for the week. And then here will be all the materials you need. So you'll want to read the syllabus, the course schedule, the course FAQ. Here's a link to the supplemental reading. Here's the reading quiz. Now you also need the Anderson text. That's the only thing not on Blackboard that you will need, the Anderson text. A description of the assignment you're doing this week, which is the application email assignment, and then your blog assignment for the week. And once my videos are done, the videos will be posted here as well. So each week you're going to find what you need to do in that week's folder. My instructor profile is here. Hi, I'm Lori. I have a BA in English and Women's Studies from Rutgers College in New Brunswick, New Jersey, and an MA in English Language and Literature from University of Michigan. I've been teaching at Wayne for 9 years and teaching technical communication for about 3. And I have my contact information here, which we'll go over a little bit more when we talk about the syllabus. There is a special discussion forum for questions. So if you ever have a question, go to this forum, create a thread. I'll come in a few times a week to answer questions. You can also feel free to check this and answer any questions a classmate might have. And then I have a course FAQ, and these are questions that come up every semester that students have. So I would like you to read through this and make sure that you sort of know the kind of practical stuff. Why didn't you respond to my email? What do these highlights you're putting on my paper mean? What's a comma splice? Do I really need to buy the book? How can I get credit for drafts? All of that you'll find right here. And then you'll see lots of links. There's a list of external links and course tools, and that will possibly be helpful for you as well. So I hope that this helps you understand the Blackboard site and how to use it. And in the next video, I'm going to talk to you about the course syllabus and course policies. All right, thank you.